Hi, it's Father Barry, Day to Day with St. Joseph, and it is Tuesday, the 23rd of November. The scriptures give to married couples 8 things to think about. According to St. Paul, when he writes to the Church of Philippi in the 4th chapter, after he encourages them in some other ways, he says, think on these things, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is gracious or thankful, whatever is excellent, whatever is praiseworthy. Think on these things, as you have seen me model. So there you go. That's a scripture for us, and it ties into this talk on the virtues, that in the Catechism we are called to the virtues, not just the 3 theological virtues, but the cardinal virtues, and then in general the virtuous life. I think of the virtuous woman in Proverbs 31. I think there are all kinds of messages about virtue. Let's choose one. As I look up in the sky, wow, look at all that going on. Pretty neat. I think of when I think of the virtuous woman of Proverbs 31, I do think of Mary, that she fits all the descriptions there. A woman working for her family, a woman of talent, a woman that cares for her husband, a woman who's living for God. She just fits all of the characteristics. And I think of Joseph, when he wed Mary, he must have recognized that. And I'm marrying the woman who is really the best of Israel ever. She is just the perfect response to God. And I get to be her soul partner. I get to be her co-parent to Jesus. I get to love her, be with her. Wow. And I think Joseph too, when you look at the list here in Philippians 4:8, of 8 things to be, you have to say Joseph fits them all.
Married couples are called then to live in such virtue, to be true about you and your state of life, to pray, Lord, that I would live true, or honorable, Lord, I pray that I will live honorably. Or the third one, Lord, I want to live justly. Or the fourth one, Lord, I want to live in whatever is pure before you. Or the fifth one, Lord, I want to live in loveliness, in love. Or graciousness, Lord, I want to live in graciousness. Or, Lord, I want to live in all manner of excellence, to pursue the highest things, and always of what's worthy of your praise, that which praises you. Yeah, it's great. These Bible verses are great, and they match up to the high cardinal virtues. Do you remember those 4? The Catechism tells them in 1806 through 1809. And I see these lived out in Joseph. So prudence is the virtue of practical reason. The prudent man looks where he is going. Proverbs 14:15. Keep sane and sober for your prayers, says 1 Peter 4:7. Prudence is that right reason in action, says St. Thomas Aquinas. And he says it's the charioteer of virtues. Then there's justice. It's the moral virtue that consists of the constant and firm will to give their due to God and to neighbor. Think of how Joseph gives the just payment to God with his life. He gives everything for his relationship to the Messiah and to Jesus, and for people Israel to receive him. Fortitude is the third moral virtue, Catechism 1808. The strength to resist temptations, overcome obstacles in the way, to conquer fear, to face trials. That really sounds like St. Joseph, right? And then temperance. The Catechism says there's temperance, and Joseph has got to be the model of that. The moral virtue that moderates the attraction of pleasures and provides balance in the use of creative goods. The temperate person directs the sensitive appetites toward what is good and maintains a healthy discretion. Do not follow your inclination and strength, walking according to the desires of your heart, says Sirach 5:2, or Sirach 37, verse 27 to 31. Temperance is so praised in the Old Testament, where it says in Sirach 18:30, do not follow your base desires, but restrain your appetites. In the New Testament, it's often then called moderation or sobriety, like it says in Titus 2:12, we ought to live sober, upright, and godly lives in this world. Well, I finished today with those thoughts that Joseph gives us these examples of being sober, upright, and godly in his life, and living these four major virtues, and living in a state of life to the glory of and praise of God. See you tomorrow.